Hello, friend. I'm Hope, and I'm really glad you're here today. Welcome to English with Hope, a calm space for your mind and your heart. In this channel, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to rush. Here, we learn English slowly. We listen to English gently. No pressure, no stress. And here, you are not alone. Wherever you are in the world, I'm right here with you. So relax your shoulders, take a slow breath, and let's begin. It is very common to feel stuck in place, holding your plans back while you wait for someone else to step in. We often tell ourselves that we need more guidance before we can take action. We wait for a friend to encourage us, or a teacher to show us the exact steps to follow. We tell ourselves, I will start when someone agrees with me. We tell ourselves, I will try after someone explains how to do this correctly. So we sit back and watch other people move forward with their lives. We check our phones, wait for messages, and look for reassurance from people around us. Meanwhile, days turn into months, and our own goals stay completely untouched. There is an honest reality that we all eventually have to face. No one is going to show up and do the hard work for you. No one else is going to organize your daily routine or fix your problems for you. Hearing this might feel uncomfortable or even a bit scary at first, but it is actually the most helpful truth you will ever learn. When you realize that nobody is coming to fix things for you, you stop wasting your energy waiting. You look at your own situation clearly, and you realize that you already have the ability to make a choice and take action today. By spending this quiet time with me today, you are choosing to stop waiting. You are giving yourself permission to take control of your own day. Today, we are going to talk about what happens when you stop relying on other people to fix your life. We will look at why waiting for advice often makes you feel more doubtful and unsure of yourself. And we will explore how taking action on your own rebuilds your self-confidence. You do not need a group of people standing behind you to start a project or change a habit. You only need to decide that you are willing to try on your own. Think of this lesson as a moment to pause and drop the frustration you have been carrying. We will discuss simple, grounded mindsets that help you make decisions without asking for permission. Take a slow breath right now. Notice where you are sitting. You are fully capable of handling your own life, one small step at a time. Let us look at our first main lesson together with a calm and clear mind. Why do we wait for a rescuer who is not coming? Why do we spend so much time waiting for someone else to fix our lives? When you face a difficult problem, your first thought is often to look around for help. You look for an expert who will give you all the correct answers. You look for a friend who will tell you exactly what decision to make. You wait for someone to notice your quiet struggle and make things easier for you. This habit starts when we are very young, when we are children. Adults fix our problems and tell us what to do next. So when we grow up, our brains naturally look for another adult to guide us. We assume that other people know better than we do. We believe that someone else must possess the key to our personal success. In reality, most people are simply focused on managing their own lives. They have their own worries, their own tasks, and their own problems to solve. They are not thinking about your life every hour of the day. When you spend your energy waiting for their help, you place your progress on pause. You give away your own ability to act. Consider what happens when you decide to handle a small issue completely by yourself. Instead of sending a message to ask for advice, you sit down and look at the choices in front of you. You analyze what you can do today with the resources you already have. You make a choice, even if it feels a little scary. The famous American writer Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Insist on yourself. Never imitate." He meant that your true power comes from using your own mind and your own efforts. When you stop waiting for an external savior, you step back into your own natural strength. You become the person who takes care of your life. And that decision brings an immediate feeling of relief and control. How does waiting for permission dim our inner voice? Why do we constantly ask other people for permission before we start something new? When you get an idea for a new project or a habit you want to change, you feel excited. You feel a quick spark of motivation. But then, a small worry appears in your mind. You start asking yourself if other people will think your idea is silly or unrealistic. So you talk to your family members, your co-workers, or your friends. You explain your plans and wait to see how they react. If they look doubtful, your excitement starts to fade. If they express hesitation, you begin to doubt your own intelligence. Slowly, you put your plans away and do nothing at all. Every time you seek external approval, before taking action, you make your inner voice quieter. You train yourself to trust other people's opinions more than your own instincts. You act as if stranger perspectives matter more than your own daily experience. Over time, this habit creates a deep feeling of frustration. You feel trapped because you are living according to guidelines written by other people. You delay your goals because you are waiting for a green light that may never come. Real confidence is not built by receiving applause from everyone around you. It is built when you make a quiet decision and follow through with it on your own. You do not need an agreement from 10 people to change your life. You only need your own quiet commitment to begin. When you take responsibility for your choices, you stop caring about random opinions. You realize that you are the only person who has to live with your decisions every single day. This realization releases you from the heavy weight of needing constant approval. What is self-reliance is actually an act of deep self-respect. Why do we sometimes view doing things alone as a lonely or sad experience? Many people grow up believing that asking for constant help is a sign of connection. They worry that relying on themselves means they are turning their backs on others. They think that if they do not depend on someone else, they will end up completely alone. Because of this fear, they stay in situations where they depend heavily on other people. They let others make choices about their time, their money, and their future goals. They trade away their independence just to feel safe and protected. However, choosing self-reliance is not about pushing people away or becoming cold. It is simply an act of showing deep respect for your own capabilities. It means treating yourself like a capable adult who can manage daily challenges. When you learn how to handle your own finances, cook your own meals, and make your own choices, something changes inside you. You stop feeling helpless. You realize that you do not need to stay in unhealthy situations just to stay safe. You know that you can support your own weight. Self-respect grows when you prove to yourself that you are reliable. When you make a promise to yourself and keep it, your trust in yourself deepens. You look at your reflection and see someone who can navigate life's normal difficulties. This mindset makes your relationships with other people much healthier. You no longer interact with people out of needy desperation. Instead, you interact with them out of clear respect. You share your life with others because you choose to, not because you need them to survive. Why does taking action alone attract true support? How does taking the first step by yourself change the way others respond to you? When you sit around complaining and waiting for someone to fix your situation, people often get tired. They might feel sorry for you at first, but eventually they step away. No one enjoys carrying a person who refuses to walk on their own feet. However, when you start moving forward on your own, something interesting happens. People notice your active effort. They see that you are taking your own goals seriously. They see that you are trying your best with what you currently have. When you take full responsibility for your work, people naturally respect you more. They feel inspired by your action. Instead of seeing a helpless person asking for a handout, they see someone who is already moving. And that is when meaningful, authentic support naturally appears. Think about a person trying to push a heavy car by themselves on the side of the road. If they sit inside the car and cry for help, drivers will simply pass by. But if they step out, put their hands on the trunk, and start pushing with all their strength, others will stop to help them push. People want to assist someone who is already putting in real effort. When you stop begging for help and start taking action, you attract better energy into your life. You connect with people who are also working hard and taking responsibility. You build a healthy community based on shared action rather than shared dependency. You do not need to worry about being left alone forever. By stepping forward independently, you open the door to healthy, balanced relationships. How do we transform fear into calm, independent strength? How can we deal with the natural fear that appears when we step forward alone? It is completely normal to feel afraid when you decide to act on your own. When you do not have someone else to blame for mistakes, every decision feels heavy. You might worry that you will fail, lose money, or make a wrong choice. This fear is just your brain trying to keep you safe inside your familiar routine. Your mind prefers comfortable predictability, even if that predictability makes you feel unhappy or stuck. It tries to convince you that taking action by yourself is far too dangerous. To move past this fear, you do not need to eliminate it completely. You simply need to change your relationship with small mistakes. Accept that making a bad decision is not a total disaster. It is just useful information that teaches you how to make a better decision next time. When you make a mistake on your own, you do not need to feel ashamed. You simply fix it, clean up the mess, and keep moving forward. Every small problem you solve by yourself strengthens your resilience. You realize that you are durable enough to handle mistakes without breaking down. With time, your fear transforms into a calm, steady inner strength. You realize that you do not need guaranteed outcomes to feel safe. You only need to know that whatever happens, you will handle it with patience and clear thinking. This quiet confidence remains with you wherever you go in life. You walk through the world knowing that you can face difficult moments on your own. You are no longer waiting for a smooth road because you know how to walk on rough paths. Let us bring these ideas down into your daily life. Building quiet self-reliance does not require dramatic changes or exhausting efforts. It simply requires small, deliberate actions repeated every day. Here are 3 gentle micro-habits you can practice to trust your own steps. First, whenever you face a new problem or goal, work on it completely by yourself for just 3 minutes before asking anyone for advice. Use those 3 minutes to read the instructions carefully, search for simple facts, or write down your own ideas. Give your own mind the first chance to solve the puzzle. You will often find that you already know what to do next without needing external guidance. If you still need help after those 3 minutes, that is completely fine. But by taking that initial action alone, you train your brain to trust its own resourcefulness. You step out of passive waiting and step into active ownership. Second, whenever you catch yourself hesitating for someone else's approval, write down your task and say, "I give myself permission to begin right now." Notice how often you delay small tasks because you are waiting for someone else to agree with you. You might wait for a partner to join your routine, or wait for a friend to approve your plans. You do not need an official green light from anyone else to improve your health, organize your space, or practice a new skill. Your own decision is the only permission that truly matters. By speaking this simple sentence, you return authority over your time to where it belongs with you. Third, before you go to sleep each night, ask yourself, what is one decision I made today that belonged completely to me? It does not need to be a massive life choice. It can be choosing to drink a glass of water, deciding to go for a brief walk, or making a quiet choice to turn off your phone early. Acknowledge that specific moment of personal choice. Recognize that you guided your own actions without waiting for someone to push you. Ending your day with this awareness builds a steady foundation of self-trust over time. You go to sleep knowing that you are actively taking responsibility for your own life. We have spent this quiet time exploring what it truly means to take ownership of our lives. We looked at how easy it is to fall into the habit of waiting for someone else to guide us, save us, or give us permission. And we realized that this constant waiting only leaves us feeling stuck and unsure of ourselves. True strength does not come from having perfect answers or knowing every single step of the road ahead. It comes from being willing to take one small step today, using your own judgment and your own effort. When you stop expecting other people to fix your difficulties, a profound sense of peace returns to your mind. You realize that you are not helpless. You possess the intelligence to figure things out, the patience to learn from small mistakes, and the resilience to keep moving forward. Remember that self-reliance is not about isolating yourself or refusing help when it is genuinely offered. It is about showing respect for your own potential as an adult. It is about stepping up and becoming the primary caretaker of your own goals, health, and peace of mind. Starting today, give yourself permission to step out of the waiting room. Trust your own hands. Trust your own timing, and trust that you are fully capable of walking your path with steady, quiet confidence. Before you go, if this lesson touched your heart or helped you in any way, I would be incredibly grateful for your support. A simple like or subscription may seem small, but it helps these messages reach more people who are searching for encouragement and understanding. Thank you for spending these moments with me. Your support, your trust, and your presence in this community mean the world to me. Goodbye for now, friend.